Hi everyone, good morning. I am a little early, so I know people are expecting me to go on at 10 and it's 9:20 something, and I just wanted to get started while it's still sweet and quiet in the park. So I'm right behind Liberty Square, so I'm in the back of the buildings. Isn't it so beautiful? It's so beautiful, and it's here. Let me turn this way. It's so peaceful. Okay, I have my iPad and I don't have an extension for it. There we go. So I'm going to put my glasses on so I can see what I'm doing. Let me see if I can set it here. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. Okay. So I wanted to talk to you today about, I gave you some questions on my Facebook page. Do you live to eat or do you eat to live? That's a really important question for you to answer. You know, a lot of people want to be successful on their diets, but do they really? We have, boy, that's a loaded statement, isn't it? Do they really want to be successful? So I'm going to tell you the biggest thing about being successful is working on the personal lie that we all have. If your personal lie is, I'm not good enough or I'm a failure, guess what? It doesn't matter what diet you do, nothing is going to be successful, because you have to support that underlying personal lie that you're not good enough and you're a failure. I'm a quitter. I'm not worthy. Those personal lies they stick to us. They are what precipitate our thoughts. Our thoughts come from that underlying personal lie, no matter what it is. Okay, so how do I know? Because my underlying personal lie from the time before I was even 2 was, God doesn't love me and I'm going to hell no matter what I do in my life. It doesn't matter because I was bad before I got here. That was my personal lie. So I was always in trouble to just prove the fact that I was bad. And I was sitting in a continuing education class with a professor from BYU, and he changed my life in a millisecond. He showed the wheel that I have in my mentoring program, Miracles at the Core, which is our core belief, which is based on a lie most of the time. 90% of the population believe that they're not good enough. But he said that all you have to do is change that personal lie to the truth, which is, I'm a daughter of God, I'm a princess of a king, and I am good enough, I am valuable, and I am dearly, dearly loved. Now, that got in here, right? The truth, it got in here, but I needed it to get down into my heart. And how did I do that? I did that by every day doing mirror work, looking in the mirror. I am good enough. I am loved. But what really stuck for me was the Bible story where Jesus is walking along the cliffs, and this legion of Satan's followers saw him coming and cried out in mercy, and he asked, what is your name? And they said, our name is Legion, which means many. And so there was a bunch of them, and they asked Jesus to have mercy on them and to allow them to go into the pigs. And I found it very fascinating that this group of spirits that chose to follow Satan, instead of choosing Christ and being able to come to this earth and receive a body, they chose Satan. And here they were right there acknowledging Christ as the Savior and begging for mercy. And what did Christ do? He gave them mercy, and he allowed their spirits to go into the pigs. Now, if Jesus, the Lord of all, had mercy on those who didn't even choose him, why would he not have mercy on me who did choose him? And I have proof of that because I have a body. And that really started that downward trek from my brain to my heart, and that changed. Something within me changed, and I knew it had to be. And knowing that there's opposition in all things, know that every day, every thought, you're going to have an opposing thought that tries to make you see that you're not worthy, that you're not good enough. But that personal lie has to change if you're going to change your life permanently. Meaning, get off the wrong track of I'm not worthy, I'm not valuable, I'm not good enough, everybody leaves me, I'm a failure, I'm stupid, I'm unlovable. Get off that road. And a lot of that road is filled with a lot of victims who refuse to take responsibility, so therefore they can blame life instead of taking responsibility and enjoying the fruits of happiness. And happiness only comes from taking responsibility. So once you've changed that personal lie and you choose to eat healthy, get fit, whatever it is you want, it's going to stick because you're working every day on I am worthy, I have value, I'm good enough. Okay, do we fail? Of course, failure is part of life. Quitting is what's terminal. And Satan tries to put no energy on quitting, but everything on failure. And failure is just first attempt at, you've always learned when you fail. You've learned a lesson, and it's so important to remember, what am I supposed to learn from this so I can keep going forward? If you quit, you just stop. And so know the difference between failure and quitting. Failure is fabulous because it's a lesson learned to make you move forward again. And that is so, so important. Okay, so client contacted me and she's just not feeling quite herself. And so how can I feel myself or feel at peace or have happiness? And I'm going to teach you a tool that everyone can do, and it is, what would it feel like? So you're going to stand with your feet shoulder width apart, arms to your side, stand somewhere near something soft so that if your body moves, you're not afraid to fall. And you have to learn self-trust techniques, that your body is going to take care of you. Because even if you weigh 400 pounds, your body's still taking care of you. Your body loves you so much that it feels the need to protect you with pounds and layers of extra padding so that if you fall, it's a cushioned fall. So understand that your body really does want to love you and take care of you and protect you and keep you safe. So stand erect with your feet apart a little bit and your hands loosely by your side and say, what would it feel like to have peace today? And then just close your eyes and allow your body, it's gonna start moving and it's gonna feel so freaky, but just let it move and adjust. And as you sway forward, know that your body is complete and you can allow yourself to have peace today. What would it feel like to have my spine be in alignment? Allow your body, a lot of times, so if this is my body, what would it feel like to have my spine in alignment? My body is gonna probably go forward, I'm gonna go into a bow, and I'm gonna go down towards the earth, and then I'm gonna turn, and I'm gonna turn, and then I'm probably gonna bend my knees and curl up into a ball and go down into a yoga pose. And my body is doing the work to be able to put my spine in alignment. It's amazing. And then you'll just kind of stop and you'll know you're there, you've done it. What would it feel like to have my hips in alignment? Allow your body to move. What would it feel like to release negative emotions? What would it feel like to feel happy today? Whatever it is, what would it feel like? Put in what you want, not what you don't want. So what would it feel like not to be sad? No, that isn't what you want. You want to be happy. So what would it feel like to be happy today? And allow your body to make the adjustments, release unwanted emotion through your body, and it works. It really works. It's so funny. I had a client come over and her hips were out of alignment. I mean, they were that much out of alignment, okay, the right hip and the left hip. And I had a massage therapist there, and she's going, okay, this is what we're gonna have to do. And I said, well, wait a second, let's not even touch her body yet. And I told her to stand there, and I said, what would it feel like to have my hips in alignment? And she did all these twists and turns with her body, and when she was done, the massage therapist checked her alignment, and it was perfect. And the massage therapist, she looked at me, she's like, how did you do that? And I said, I didn't do it, her body did it. And it's amazing how our bodies want to respond and want to help us and want us to be happy, and will do whatever it needs to make us feel protected and safe. That is so important to understand. Another question. So, live to eat, eat to live. Living to eat, I live to eat. I love food. I love the taste of food. But it came from a need to protect. It came from an addiction to food that I needed for protection and to feel safe. And I ate, and in my 20s, I couldn't even taste food. I just needed to shove it in and numb my body and shove the emotions so deep down inside my body, okay? Now I more live to eat. However, because I eat to live, I don't just eat anything. I really like being able to make something that's super yummy, super tasteful. But I now, you know, I waver between fasting 20 hours a day to 23 hours a day. So I go from an hour eating window to a 4-hour eating window. And you know, that's been amazing for my food addiction recovery program, because I'm not, yeah, some days I do think, when do I get to eat? When do I get to eat? When do I get to eat? But instead, I'm still being able to be in control of when I'm going to eat. And that is empowering. And I love the power and the satisfaction that comes from I'm in control. And I will just eat whatever I want in that food window, meaning, you know, I keep my carbs, I try to keep my carbs below 15%, 15 grams, I mean, and I eat meat, butter, eggs, and in that window. So I hope that this video will teach you some tools to make yourself feel better, and I hope that you will investigate your personal lie. And if you have questions, if you want further information, just let me know, and I am here to help in whatever capacity I'm able to. And I hope that you all have an amazing day. So why am I doing this from the Magic Kingdom? Because I get to pick up my aunt from the airport today, and instead of just sitting at home and doing nothing, I could be here enjoying the beautiful weather that is this morning before it gets so hot, and I get to be in this amazing energy. You know, the Magic Kingdom is really magical. You know why? Everybody wants to be here. Everybody's excited to be here. So many people have saved their money and counted down the days to be here, and everybody's so happy once they get here. And you know, that many people in one spot, all in that, with that energy, is so astounding. It's overwhelming, and it's truly magical. And I think that when they named this park the Magic Kingdom, they hit it right on the head, because it is a magical feeling to be here, because you're wrapped up in that energy everywhere you go. Everyone is so happy to be here, and there's very few places on this earth that you have that feeling. And I just love being able to come and spend a few hours walking in that energy, because it's infectious and you take it with you, and the coming days are so fabulous. I just love it. So I hope this video helped, and I hope that you have a magical day, and I will see you soon.